I will fear no love. Oh, my smile, my mind reassure me I don't need no one. Woke up this morning with my mind.
Hi, it's Shay Myra here from Mind, Body, Soul UK, and I'm here today with a very special guest. Chantella, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Chantella from ArtAndDeMind. I'm an artist, teacher, model, a bit of everything, all-round creative, and I'm so happy to be here today.
Oh, thank you for coming as well. Appreciate it. How does art help your mind?
So, for myself personally, I've got such a connection with art in general because I always refer back to art, if anything.
Yeah.
Art to me could be painting, it could be drawing, it could be writing. So I'm very much into writing at the moment. So for me, it helps me to just relax everything and just to reset all my thoughts and just make sense of it all.
Yeah. And how long have you been doing art?
Well. I was trying to work out. I can't really put a number in it. I've just always been doing art. So from the age that you could actually choose your subject at school,
yeah.
I've just been doing art, fine art, mixed media fine art, art and design, ArtAndDeMind. No.
Amazing. So what was the inspiration behind you starting your artist journey?
Started my artist journey. So as I said, I've always been creating and working within the arts.
Yeah.
Even if it's including doing my part-time job, I've always just been doing art. My parents are quite creative, so I guess that is, it's an influence in a way. So growing up around different people doing their creative thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see many fine artists though, especially Black female fine artists.
That's
so
true.
I was
representing. Love it.
Yes, this is me. So I was obsessed with that. I was like, why are there no Black female fine artists?
Yeah.
So at school they'll be showing all these artists, and I'm like, obviously you've got Josie, I can't remember her name. That's how bad it is. Like, I can't remember her name. There was a few female fine artists, but not many Black female fine artists. So I was like obsessed with wanting to, make a difference and change it all up. Like,
breaking the mold.
Basically. Even in my courses and stuff, I'd be like the only Black female in the courses. Wow. Yeah, so
there's so many people that can do art. So that's very surprising. And there's so many people that can do art. So that's really surprising.
It's a bit of a taboo subject for parents to send you, because obviously if you're Asian, you get sent like doctor, lawyer, Yeah. If you're Black, you get Black African or Black Caribbean, you get sent, do healthcare or something else. It's just like, oh, why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Like I've been told,
being creative.
Exactly. So I've been told, like, when I was on my degree course, this guy was like, oh, why are you doing fine art? Why don't you do finance? Or the amount of awkward conversations I've had, like, why don't you do journalism instead? I'm like, no, this is obviously something I've already chosen. So thank you for your opinion.
That's your passion.
Yeah, it's always just exactly my passion.
Yeah. So what would you say are the advantages of art therapy?
Art therapy, I would say the advantages are it helps you to, once again, reset your mind, find clarity with your thoughts and just everything that's going on. It's kind of a form of meditation as well. So the therapy I do, when I do art and mindfulness, it's like a form of meditation. So you can repeat different strokes, different techniques, and then you kind of go into like a rhythm, and then you go into a rhythm and you're in your own little world, and it's like bringing you back to your childhood, bringing you back to just not having just being present just there and then. So I'd say it's definitely a massive benefit to join an art meditation class. It's
very therapeutic. Do you think that it helps ease depression or anxiety?
Art therapy? Okay. So I was looking at this question, I was like, oh, can it? So on. So I would say, yes, it can help alongside something else. I wouldn't say for someone that's dealing with depression or anxiety just completely to go into art, because it can be very scary what you start to create if you don't check in with yourself properly. So my recommendation would be to do it alongside something else. So it could be art and dance, art and going to coaching or going to actual therapy as well. Do art, but then also, you know, do something else. You have to get the help that you need to support your mental health. It can help you. However, you can get obsessive thoughts if you don't check yourself.
I guess if you're in a really bad place, then you'll just start drawing certain things. I've seen a lot of that, mostly on movies, but
exactly. So, you know, the guy's in the cave and he's like drawing stuff on the walls and stuff. So situations like that, because he doesn't have something else to balance it up. It's all about the balance, like they said in Karate Kid. You have to have the balance with life and everything you do. Yeah.
Would you say then that it's a great way to express yourself when it comes to healing and when it comes to like overcoming life obstacles or, you know, any trauma that you've been through?
Yeah, I would say so, yes. It's a great way to express yourself, because you can choose the colors that you want to use. You can choose how you present yourself as an artist and how you present yourself and your work, which is very important. And yes, it can help you overcome these obstacles. It's kind of like your own personal diary, and you're coaching yourself by your artwork. Can I share like a personal thing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so for myself, I had a situation where I fell over. There's two situations. I've got a thing with my skin. So when I was younger, I had loads of like patches on my skin, and it took me ages to accept that. So I started creating work based on skin and understanding it. And then I was able to accept it a bit more. And then I was able to like write poems to my skin and stuff like that. And it was just all like a form of self-love. And then I got to exhibit it. So something like that. Or another one, I had scars on my body. So I did this whole project on perfect imperfections. Because people see you on the outside being like this perfect, oh, you're a model, you do this. And they don't realize that you actually have stuff that you have to work through, and day to day you're looking at yourself in the mirror. So
definitely
it can be a way to get through everything.
I love that, because art is just so, I don't think people realize how deep art is. And it comes in many different forms, and it's really powerful. Like, it's a way to express yourself, you know, what you've been through. So yeah, I think people don't really look at artists that deeply as they should, if you know what I mean. If that makes any sense.
No, I fully understand. And I guess going back to your question about when did I start, and, you know, being in the classes where there wasn't many people like myself in my classes, that can connect back to mental health, because it was very taboo back in the days. You wouldn't have a chance to speak, oh, mommy, I'm anxious, get out of here. You know, no one really cared. They'd be like, oh, you're my mental home situation. There wouldn't be any tending to that your mental health. Like,
so it was a taboo. It wasn't spoken about at all, was it?
Yeah, basically. So it does make sense when you've got the mental health and art, and when you combine it together, these are two taboo subjects that you wouldn't associate with ethnic communities. Can I say that?
I understand. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
What would you say then? What's the way that you usually create? Like, what's the process behind that?
So my process is very, it depends what I'm doing, but my process is very traditional. It's either one or the other. It's either I'm going in and just going crazy and just doing whatever I want. Like I said in a previous interview, I'll either, if I'm feeling really angry, I'll just grab my journal and just write it down. Like, I have to just get this out. I'll write a poem. I'll do a video or something. I may not even share it to myself. And then that's gone. It's left my body. If I'm like happy, have mood and so on, then I'll go to my my canvas, I'll do some paintings. I'll be like, hey, I'm looking over there because it's still naked canvas from last year.
Love it.
Yeah, so I'll do that. But if it's like a project, I'll go for the research. You have to like research what your topic is. Say, for example, the skin project, I research different skin conditions and all the stuff, and looking at previous artists, how they've done their work as well for inspiration. Yeah. And then I'll do a few test mock-ups and just see what I want, like how I want my work to speak through my chosen visual language. And then from there, then I'll start creating a main piece. Yeah. And yeah, that's how I'll go for it.
Amazing. It's really interesting because, you know, you have different forms of it. You know, you're painting, you're writing, you're doing poetry. So yeah, I think it's really cool.
I think that's what comes with fine art, because it's so broad. It's a scary course to take. It's so scary to take, but I did it. Hey, I'm out here.
Love it.
But it's so broad. I had people in my class, in my university degree, doing like video art, doing pole dancing, it was so intense. Yeah, but it's your visual language at the end of the day, so it's how you want to share your voice and share your feeling.
Love that. So what would you say, what does good mental health mean to you?
Okay, so good mental health, I read it as good mental health, but good mental health, I did put down 3 forms, so I'll just stick with the 2. So yeah, good mental health is acceptance.
Nice.
I say acceptance like you have your skeletons in the closet, but you've accepted them and you know how to work with them. You can still put them on, but then get on with everything.
Nice. So amazing way of explaining it.
Yeah? Okay, good. And then the other one would be, so you've got acceptance. Yeah, I'll just say acceptance. That's good mental health. Just accepting your past and how it's built supports your future.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Have you ever struggled with your mental health at all?
Oh yes, I'm bonkers.
I love this girl.
It's COVID. We all Okay, so I would say yes. I would put my hands up and say 100% yes, because I don't know any person on a fine art degree that hasn't struggled with mental health, because art is a form of you to express yourself, because you can't find those words, and it's an outlet and a way to just let those words out, or to pass through those traumatic situations.
Love that.
In regards to mental health, yes, as I said before, you have to alongside something else, art alongside something else. So you have to get the help you need, and you have to find what works for you. And obviously you may want to put those skeletons on one day, however you do have to let them go and find a new closet.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like different things work for different people, so it's just finding what works for you personally, you know, whether that be art, therapy, just talking to somebody, dance. There's so many different ways of expressing yourself. How would you say then that you've overcome obstacles in your life when it comes to your mental health?
So what I've done to overcome obstacles in my mental health, I would say I've taken the time out when I really needed the time out. I had taken the time out. Important. A lot of the times in the past, I would be like, no, I'm fine, strong Black woman, I can do this, da, da, da. Yeah. But then you're just messing up yourself. You're messing up yourself in your head. There's no need for that. So when you can see that you need the time out, take it. Go on your holidays once a month. You can go on your holidays. Get a bike. Go cycling. Exactly. I'm like, I'll go anyways. But 100%, you have to take your time. That's like a motto I always say. I'm like, taking time for myself. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you have to sit there with your thoughts. So anyone can be like, oh, it's fine. you'll get over it. No, you're still going to have to wake up tomorrow and have to relive any stuff that's happened in the past. You have to relive it. So taking your time. So that's one thing that I always do, is take a break.
Yeah. I think it's very important to just sit with yourself, be present, and just, you know, really figure out what's going on in your mind, and just take the time to heal. It's important.
And acknowledge what is wrong. So one thing that I would do, I'm a bit bonkers in this respect. I'll go to other people's houses and I'll be like, oh my gosh, you need to do this. And I'll start tidying up.
Okay.
But I'm tidying up other people's spaces, whereas I've got loads of stuff to do at my own house. Okay. Something more like that. And then you realize that you're doing it. And I'm like, okay, great. I've noticed I'm doing it. From now, I need to stop and take time to realize what it is that I need to do. There's obviously something I'm avoiding. Yeah. So then you enforce all the long walks, long bike rides, go for a long drive, stuff like that.
Yeah, love that. What things do you do then to help ease your mind?
Help ease my mind? Exactly that. So long walks. I love the sun. I'm a Leo, so I have to get the sun. I need the sun. I'm not going to sing the Mr. Sun song, but I need the sun. Yeah. So I'll go sit in the park, I will sunbathe, I will sit down and just do some watercolors in the park. I love being around greenery, and I do like animals as well. I didn't say love, I said I like. So if I see the dogs, I'm like, hi.
You don't pet them or anything?
I do pet them, just not in my space. Just not in my space. This is not in my house. Yeah. But yeah, so pets are great. Go for exercise. I'm very much, I need to get exercise in my system, or I know what will happen. It won't be a good situation. So I have to have some exercise. Yeah. Art and exercise.
You a nature person?
Yeah. I'll sit up in the trees. I love the beach. I love the beach. Honestly, I love the beach. I even found the beaches in the UK, so I can go and sit in the sand. I'm not a great swimmer. I can't swim. Okay, I can. No, I can't swim. Sorry, I can't swim. It's better now that I have no hair. It makes it much better. However, the swimming situation, it doesn't happen. But I like to go in the water and, pretend to swim. And I like that. I really do enjoy the ocean and sand. More the sand.
The water is so calming, man. I love it.
Yeah. And baths.
Yes. What words of wisdom would you give to people who might be going through a tough time right now, or, finding it hard? What would you say?
With COVID or just everything?
Just generally.
I would say to them that they're not alone, and it's a phase and it will pass. Yeah. Even though it doesn't seem like it will pass, it will pass. Mm-hmm. And just to take time out for yourself and do the things that you love to do. Because once again, you're going to have to sit with your thoughts. Mm-hmm. If you don't want to work somewhere, there's always a way out. You don't have to stay 100%. There. It's not life sentence. There's always a way out. Yeah. If you don't want to be around certain people, always a way out. Yeah. So yeah, definitely that.
100%.
And I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Agree with that. I think that's the perfect way to end this. Thank you so much for coming today. Appreciate it. Guys, make sure you go and check her out. Amazing artist. I had some artwork done as well. So yeah, really, really good. Make sure you go and purchase something. But
thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And, wish you the best of luck with your art, your modeling and everything. Thank you for tuning in, guys.
Bye.